Hi, we're back for the Stanley Parable. For some reason, it's asking me to enter the time again. I don't know why it's asking me to do that. That's actually kind of scary that's asking me to enter the time again. What if it didn't save? What if there's a save button I was supposed to... Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock sit at 12 and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know you care about the experience you're paying attention. And you have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and set this screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead, pick whichever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. Alright, I'll let you get back to the video game now. Okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you, Stanley Parable. You silly billies. I wonder what happens if you set it to 12 twice, and the game's just like, fuck you.
I think there is alternate things for all. Like, if you do it the first time, but then don't the second, or if you don't the first time, but do the second.
Of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 4.
Just a little recap for everybody.
Employee
Sure. Give James some time to get invoiced.
Simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did.
Press I on your keyboard for 12
Even
milliseconds.
wait for me to join.
I
mean,
yeah, we
we
thought
haven't
you
done
were.
anything.
We haven't done anything. We thought that, like, I think we heard you talk, and we forgot, like, wireless headsets. We were like, oh, we're good to go.
Yeah, Ross made pizza, now I want pizza bites, so I started warming some up.
And then one day,
I also got to get my
peculiar
cat some water and food.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I am not at my computer if you start new content.
When Stanley came
Yeah.
Gone into new content.
Speedrun ending.
to the door on his left.
I want to actually get it this time.
I see.
If there's going to be dialogue about the, yeah, you could just go, then I'm
Yet
fucked.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a
Oh yeah, that's right,
staircase,
because you
Stanley
got
walked
confusion
upstairs
ending,
to
which
his
means it
boss's
forgot
office.
all previous resets.
Ooh, that was pretty smooth. Let's open it.
I forgot about that.
Stepping into his manager's office,
It does
Stanley was
do that,
once
huh?
again
Ah,
stunned
shit.
to discover not an
Oh, you're
indication
fucked.
of
2845.
human life.
I know, but it's going to make me wait.
Unraveled,
Unless
Stanley
I
wondered
wait.
in
Yeah,
disbelief
we have to wait
what
longer,
orchestra
because if you
this
try to do it too early.
I didn't know the confusion ending reset it.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, no, it's probably because I restarted.
No, the confusion ending actually makes him forget about all
And so
previous
the boss had
resets.
assigned it an extra secret pin number.
Makes the narrator forget anyway. Because, yeah, remember
Yeah.
it said it will erase the narrator's memory?
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I was too slow. I just need to keep doing this until he gives it to me for free.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
This is really important to me. You need to understand.
It's very important, yeah.
When Stanley came to a
How can I be
set of
important
two
if I'm not a
doors,
speedrunning
he
champion?
entered the door on his left.
I mean, yeah, I'm a former Undertale World Record holder, so,
You were.
you know,
Oh, yeah.
Yet
of
there
a
was not
category
single
that 3
person
people
here
submitted to.
either.
Um,
Feeling a wave of
Are you in like
disbelief,
third place now, or are you in
Stanley
second place?
decided to go up to his
let's
boss's
take a look.
office, Hoping coming to a
It was the kind of thing where
Stanley walked
after like
upstairs to his boss's
the free
office.
world record was at attention, like more people were running it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Which
was
one
once
was
again
that?
stunned to discover not an indication of any human. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible.
You dickhead.
He didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Fuck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I think I need to get through
Yeah,
the
it
story
was-
a couple
Stanley
times,
decided
so.
to go to the meeting room.
Fuck it.
Perhaps he had
We'll do it
simply
later.
missed a memo.
The category was new game
Oh,
plus.
New
Oh, we're doing this. Okay,
content.
never mind. Talk
Yeah.
about it
What does
later.
that mean?
Wait,
New
don't go through that door
content.
yet. I'm still not at my computer.
Where the hell are you? Oh, you're still beating up them bagels?
He's making pizza.
I've
bites.
considered going and just doing some meme run for some game nobody plays, just so I can put on my resume, world record holder.
Yeah, it was new game plus true pacifist on like a specific version of the game, or rather after a specific. Which like nobody runs new game plus.
Well, he went to here anyway.
Yep.
New content.
But Jaden said he's not back at his computer, so he didn't want you to start that yet.
Well, nothing really's happening.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Nice.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
It sure was.
After
Hell
receiving
yeah.
critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Eight.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I like how his voice changed just a little bit, but not too much.
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Don't you know it? Oh, he sounds so raspy. It's so cute.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving?
Alright, I'm
somewhere?
back now.
Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to
Oh,
the
we're finally
new
getting that new
I've
content.
never been more
New
ready. Let's do it.
Content.
New content?
What could that possibly mean?
I have to say, initial impressions of
Do you like this
Stanley
new
Parable
content?
Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if them. Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Yeah!
I'm done. Woo!
Here's your new content.
All right. Let's see. It's the jump circle.
I can't remember which VTuber did it, but it wasn't. They made their entire audience hate life.
You have to be more specific.
What they did is they're doing what exactly Ross is doing, except they stopped at one jump and just walked away.
Oh, German did that.
Yeah, they just left it there and walked off. Alright, well, I guess you can't jump anymore.
Well, there's
Use
your
them all up.
jumps.
There's the jump circle.
I only get so many jumps.
Is that it? Surely that's
Yes.
not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Nice.
Do you like it, Ross? You paid what,
Another elevator.
$30 for it?
I have to
$16.
say,
Fuck yeah.
Initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
If they added jumping to Captain Toad, people would lose their shit.
There's 20 hours of new content.
I mean, that just
right
ruined the
there.
game.
I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh wait, there's more. Very good.
Very good.
Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Nice. Chairs, plants. Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get
Shots
me started
fired.
on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking
Yo!
right now at the game's
Ooh, that's
achievements,
fun
and it's hard
content.
to believe one of them
Ooh.
actually says, test achievements.
I'm stuck
please
now.
Ignore. What quality assurance department signed
Are
off on
you?
this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're
I thought
still with
Gen
me,
5
why
would
don't
be
we
the
just
revolution
reset
the series
game,
needed.
and we'll try to
Or
get
Gen
back
8.
to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
We're friends?
Yeah. All right, Ross. There you go. New content.
Oh boy.
But like, pretty clearly something has changed since then, because if you looked at the fucking...
Okay, new content. Here we are.
New content.
Content.
Very exciting.
Psst. Stanley,
Yeah.
come over here. In the vent.
All right. No, Ross. You missed the opportunity. You get
We're gonna
unique
vent.
dialogue if you try to go away from the vent.
I mean, more. I mean, you probably get unique dialogue for everything. Can't stand up there.
Calls you a dork for leaving him.
Well,
I take offense to that.
we'll go see what he's got now. This feels a little bit more personal. This isn't just him following a script. This is him trying to find something exciting. Minecraft again?
Okay, you remember how cheap
This is the
and
Confusion
unsatisfying
ending,
the
but
new
just different
Ultra Deluxe
script,
content
kinda.
turned out to be? Well, it got me
Yeah.
thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's
Do
developers
they still
won't
have
find it.
Minecraft in this version?
Just our
They
little
changed
secret.
that ending,
Take a
made it
look.
more topical.
Did they?
Yep.
That's weird. Why? What's wrong with the Minecraft
I
ending?
don't know. I think it just felt like it.
What does that mean? They took out Portal 2?
I call it the
Maybe.
memory zone. It's where
I
I
feel like
can store
Minecraft is,
all
like,
my
just as
favorite
relevant
memories
as
so
it
I
ever
can
was,
relive the
kinda,
peak
but-
experiences of my life
Yeah.
whenever I want.
Cool.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Pretty.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Oh god.
Oh, yeah, that's how Steam used to look.
It's just the shitty clicks tab in the sidebar. Oh.
Remember Windows 7?
Yeah, Windows 7 existed.
Yeah.
Goodness.
My goodness, Cookies Emily talks too much.
My goodness, Cookies Emily loves Windows 7 with very
Too
good
much?
reason. No, not too much. Not enough. Honestly, Windows 7 was actually probably really good. It's just like Windows 10 is not terrible. Not like Windows 8. Windows 8 was like fucking rancid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, Windows 11 now. I've heard nothing about it because no one wants to update.
Heard some things. People are like, it's okay.
Nice. Story. Rutgers? Like the college?
Creators surprisingly down to earth.
Yeah, he is pretty chill.
Yeah. In loving memory of little Stanley. Oh, it's a rat.
I'm pretty sure that was a hamster.
A hamster?
Yeah, hamster. It's like Hampton.
All right.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And
All right,
now-
there's your Persona 3 call out.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
An hour? That was like fucking 5 minutes.
Oh, don't
Right now.
worry.
Longest elevator? Let's begin again.
I mean, I don't
Oh, there's the
think
Minecraft
that this
ending.
extra content is going to be as long as the original game in any sense. It is probably not too long, but
I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I mean, it seems like the DLC
It
is
has
as
a
much
lot
as
of
the base game.
new endings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Memory zone maintenance. Fair. Very fair.
Could you lower quality on the?
It's as
Uh,
low as
It's
it can possibly
already
go.
480
Really?
p.m.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay, never mind. Well, no need to do that.
I guess it just doesn't like this cabin as much as the office.
I mean, this cabin
environment.
is more bit ratey. Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
detailed. It's fine.
People play games because of what you can do inside them. And the game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Damn, dude.
Here's another moving
What's up?
passage, this time from GameSpot.
Yeah, I'll be looking at it in a minute.
The
Spike.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything
Well,
else. It
pretty sure
didn't
9 out of
need
10 means
new
it wasn't
content.
perfect, but, you know.
It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
Everyone who was like, why do they make a new Stanley Parable content? Well, I can't go over there.
The serious
It's
room.
a serious room.
Dude. See, if you hadn't used up all of your 36 jumps earlier, you couldn't
No,
be getting
you
in there
can,
right
you can
now.
only jump in the circle.
Are you
Don't
sure? You never know.
These were simpler times,
I'm
Stanley.
sure.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Cold drinks. What kind of flavors
Oh,
we got here?
soda.
It's like fucking Fallout 3 out there.
No, this looks more like Fallout
Actually,
4.
no, there
There's a
looks
little bit of
Half-Life.
greenery.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely
These
these
are
reviews
all
glowing with good.
real reviews, by the way.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny.
These are real.
And dialogue proving to be more irritating than
The names are
entertaining.
changed, but these are real reviews.
I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I
What if that
suppose I
hit
could
me?
write up a
It killed
handful
me.
of gags to insert into the
It's just an
Stanley
ending.
Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Just Stanley Parable. That's really the only place they can go.
Mm-hmm.
They just make a door called new content.
So this is how they store their comments, I guess.
Well, Steam reviews are like Fallout Wasteland, so.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I?
So
You
wait,
can
bet.
tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel...
It's also very subtle, nice storytelling that every single positive review is faded, so you can't read them.
Yeah.
Quite as
Yeah.
thrilling as I always remembered.
He only bothers to remember the bad shit.
Yeah.
And that's how it is for a lot of them.
What's this one got to say?
I
You
am 0.8.
constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
It's the whole fucking point of the game.
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, this is Click. I caught him smoking blunt there, Mrs. What's her name? I think there's marijuana in it. You get your ass in here right now!
Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend
I
I've
hope
just
he
begun
keeps
telling
talking for
two
half an
of a
hour.
monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back. And
Oh, this
never
is
a
word
moment before
salad.
lunchtime. It can't be.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
only
That's
thing
what the
there is.
button's
How
there
many
for.
billions left until
You know
so
what
much
this
more
is?
than
This is
forever
probably
ago, which
randomly
is why I
generated.
say
They had him
that
record just a
the
bunch of
story,
fucking
and the choices, or
lines.
what have you, and therefore,
I don't know.
literally
if
it's
he's
repeating
so
telling
on
them.
and so forth, until inevitably, we
I'm
all
pretty
come to
sure
the
that this is
end
just
of
randomly
time,
generated a
at which
bunch
time
of lines and they're
everything
just
all
being
at once.
played.
So, now you see,
like the
blah, blah,
Monica
blah,
thing.
blah, 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 blah. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy rumination.
Aw, damn, dude.
Well, there's sport. You really but that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes? It's not unendurable, but... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer. And my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times. Oh, Stanley.
Oh no, the plant's dead.
Oh, goodness. I had someone... Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here, not a single Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only
Surprised the leaves
total
haven't
field of missed
disintegrated.
opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest
I'll
time.
give it some time.
Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant. In that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me.
Uh-oh. Hey, bud? Hello?
You
You
know,
made him upset.
Or he died of old age.
there's no way he's a narrator. He doesn't have an age. He's ageless. Surely.
Hmm.
You didn't kill the narrator. Surely.
Clock's out of battery.
Wait, is that? Hold
Run
on.
no more.
Okay, I was like, hold on. I was gonna say, if that clock's still running, I want the fucking batteries that are in that clock. Holy fuck.
Yeah.
I wish my clock could go that. I have a wall clock that looks exactly like that. Fucking dies every 2 weeks.
That's a lot more common than mine do, but
Okay, I'll just...
Oh, I don't even bother replacing the batteries in it anymore because I have a computer. I could just look at on the corner of my screen. But ooh, a bomb's gonna go off soon.
oh,
Our clock fell off the wall.
you can't die to an explosion if you're frozen.
Guess the nail rusted off? Well, this is a terrible timeline. I don't want to listen to this.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley Parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, Every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so,
I feel that.
So because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating.
Listen, just because I live
that
my
they consume
campaigns out in
all
real
of
life
our
doesn't mean you have to be like
attention,
this,
turn
my
our
god.
heads completely
Jeez.
away from the darkness. In effect, we
Hey,
have
you know,
been
we
lulled
actually skipped
that
forward
our
like 12
entertainment is
years.
the collapse of
Maybe we're on
ourselves.
like chapter 15 by now,
What a
Ross
pitiful
Payne.
reflection of humanity these entertainments
Or maybe.
are. What a shameful
Maybe.
mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace.
Well, I mean,
with
if we
it.
skip
I am
ahead
the calm
forward, we
center
might
of
even make it to
gravity
16.
around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable.
Okay, he's starting to get a little droning here. You had a point there for a bit.
He's gone.
Drip?
There's a leak somewhere.
Have we entered Splatoon yet?
Well, maybe if we skip ahead.
Yeah, good point.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Those leaves are just there, man.
They really shouldn't be. You leave a fucking leaf on the floor for, like, inside for, like, 2 weeks, it'll crumble to dust.
It's those new super leaves.
I mean, it could have been a plastic plant. Maybe it didn't die. You don't know. It's just plastic. It was never allowed to begin with. Given that this originally was an office, it probably was a plastic plant.
Well, the plant's gone.
Now it's Portal 2.
The hurricane winds are so insane you can actually hear them from inside this enclosed space. It's kind of crazy. This is kind of a terrifying ending. Oh, no, it's beautiful.
Oh, there's light.
Clock smashed. That's a lot of fucking glass. Hello? Anyone there? The person in this room is dead. They have fallen victim to one of your numerous human... Alright, let's just...
Ooh.
Ooh.
Pretty.
How long have you been in here for a whole ecosystem to form?
It's a pretty big
I mean,
tree.
that is just one plant. So that's some ivy, too. That actually could form in, like...
Oh,
maybe
wow,
a
they're
year
like
or two?
paper plants. Neat.
Once a seed falls down here. Well, it'd be more than a year. It would be like, I don't
It
know,
would take...
5 years probably,
It'd take
if
a little
a seed
bit.
dropped down. Wouldn't take like that long, though.
It's good to know that birds haven't gone extinct. Or something that makes noises similar to birds. Oh, man.
Oh
Well,
man,
now
we're back
they
to
got-
this. Damn, dude. Such dust that there's not even really a trace of them ever existing. It's almost as if they kind of just recycled a previous room. Because the ceiling's kind of like repaired too. A little.
The music is terrifying.
There's something out there in the dark.
It's a monster.
Maybe the sun stopped.
Could be.
Well, the sun doesn't move anyways. What is even making the noise?
Something out in the dark.
I think
If
it's
the
just
sun
music.
If the sun had burnt out, Stanley wouldn't be able to walk around the room. He would be dead the second that
Well, no,
he's
'cause
brought
you're
back,
frozen
like out
in
of time
time.
for. No, he's
Yeah.
not in frozen in time at this second.
Oh, yeah.
He's walking around. He's doing things. He'd be
Well,
dead the second
When you
he's
look
not frozen
down, if you
anymore.
notice, Stanley doesn't have any feet. So maybe he's just an incorporeal thought who just has the ability to
Maybe.
press stuff with his mind.
I'm an incorporeal thought. Oh,
Hell
wrong
yeah.
spelling.
Tell him.
Hell yeah. Well, do you breathe?
I'm glad
I
that
do
this
breathe. Well,
button
guess I'm
survived.
incorporeal. God, it's funny you say
Oh.
that.
Yeah. Oh, but freedom.
Freedom indeed. Oh, that's broken.
Also, that
this is where we're
confirms the
stuck.
sun didn't burn out because the sky.
Oh, there's
You
the sun.
maniacs.
You skipped it all up.
This is the creator's
How
favorite
did-
ending now, by the way.
How did I understand the swamp drying up, but how did this much sand fill in?
Very long.
Over the course of millions and
I
Various.
millions
guess
of years.
sandstorms over millions of years would eventually
I
distribute
mean, that's
sand
basically
everywhere.
what happened
Yeah.
to Mars.
Fair enough.
You're basically, you've skipped so far ahead, Earth has become a new Mars.
It's actually rather flat, but
I mean, there should still be hills and stuff if sand was spread via like sandstorms.
all of
and
his
stuff, but,
coworkers
like-
are gone.
Oh damn, dude!
But that was
Yeah.
the creator's
All of his
favorite ending.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
There
the
you
meeting
go.
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content.
New content.
Nice.
Too late for speedrunner, so.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Ooh,
doors, this was
he's
not
doing
the
something
correct way to the
specific.
meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Ooh.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's no wonder he was fired years ago.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
He didn't kill himself this
Oh, are you going
time.
for the... Is this how you get to the video game endings? Is what you're trying to do?
If you ignore him and like go against him at every turn,
I
yes.
realize that investing in your
I don't know if
trust
that's
in
what Ross is
someone else
doing.
can be difficult, but the fact is that the
I mean,
story
it'll
has
be
been about
interesting
nothing but
because you said
you
they replaced
all this
Minecraft,
time.
like what
Yep.
they replaced it
There's
with.
someone you've
I've
neglected
seen the
instead.
ending already. I won't
Someone
spoil
you've
it, obviously.
forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for
Don't you have
me,
to jump off this to get on, like...
for her.
Yeah, but he's. I don't think he's going
Your
for that one.
chance to redeem
Oh, okay.
yourself, to put your work
Is he going
aside,
for the broom
to let
closet
her back
ending?
into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do. Oh, no,
Oh,
no, you
this one.
can't- Did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, It's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another.
What a lie.
Comes
Oh,
in,
is that actually an ending?
No.
Mhm.
You go there and it's like a
It's
cutout.
actually somehow an incorrect
Oh,
Oh.
reaction.
well, yeah.
How
With
is
a
that
big
even
fake out.
possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean
It's a very
anything.
fun ending.
I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices?
What the...
What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible.
I can't believe it.
How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
You guys ready
Or
for
did
real
you
world
not
decision-making
grasp
training?
The severity of the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
won't
yeah.
have that kind of risk on my
Yeah.
watch.
Here we
I'm
go.
going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Hell
Please
yeah.
observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly,
Are you a
can
real
also
boy?
be the most dangerous. For example,
No.
in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that
You have
unlike
to read.
here, the
Easy.
real world makes sense.
Yeah.
And at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find
Fuck
yourself
rational
speaking with
logic.
a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person
Oh, okay.
to finish their thought,
Yeah, they're an
then
NPC.
provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent.
You guys didn't
Ow.
practice,
on
what
a
the fuck?
regular basis is the
Well,
I don't
you're
have
the good
anybody
one.
near me.
You're the player here. You need to
Most
fucking say it to
medical
us.
professionals
Jeez.
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8?
I do make
Yes?
much less than 8
And
per
finally,
day.
if you begin to
Oh, you
wonder
actually
if
probably
your
make a shit
choices are
ton.
actually meaningful, and
Make the
whether
choice
your
to get out of
Literally
bed.
everything you do.
contribution to the world,
There are
just
choices
remember
all the time.
that in the vast
You made a
infinite
choice to
distance
come on
space,
today.
your
Every
role
choice to go to
second
work.
of every
You
day
made
you're
a
making a
choice not to
choice.
end
You
the
could be
campaign
leaving.
until you got to the one scene.
At this time,
You could be leaving any
it is my
second.
guide
You
in an
choose not
exercise
to.
test and reinforce the
Speed
material
6.
covered in this video.
Now,
There's
active
there's a
choices,
universe-
maybe, like, if you're like,
Hey.
I could do this or this, then those
You
are...
have noticed
There's
this
a
room
universe
has
where I
begun
made a
deteriorate
choice to
as
get
a
off
result of
right this
narrative
second and then had a heart attack.
Not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on
Think
good
about that.
decision-making, we're going to revisit
And that's
the
also
decision
true
made
for
just a
every
few minutes ago
fucking
and see what
instance
the
of
correct
time
thing
to
do
ever
would have
exist.
been. This
Yeah.
way, please.
There's a
yeah.
possibility that we stay on and keep playing Stanley Parable for all eternity. That's a universe.
Yeah, let's do
Crazy.
it.
Now that's a superpower I would love to have. Probability
yeah.
manipulation.
Go for it. Why not? Fuck it.
I like how in this
It's a
ending they
fucking
give you a
demo for-
railing.
We can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah.
Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible.
I feel like I've
before the
seen a
narrative
show about that
contradiction gets
before.
any worse. Unfortunately,
Fire
it seems
Emblem
this
4.
place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Cough, cough.
Also,
can't
M-Pain.
jump off
I
anymore.
mean,
Penalty for misuse of cargo lift.
that's a lot of money.
That's... Your insurance will cover it, though.
Well, if you can convince them anyway. Sometimes your insurance will go, nah, you're on your own.
Well, you're dead, so...
Almost there.
Well, then your insurance especially isn't going to fucking
Back
cover
to
it.
The correct ending. The story will have resolution once again. And
They're like,
you'll be
nobody
home
can even
in
argue
the
against them.
real world.
No, but it would actually be their
Now
responsibility.
remember,
In the event where
all
you
need
died
to
and
do
somebody
is
had to
behave
pay and you didn't have
exactly
any
as
loved
Stanley
ones.
would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Neither of them. Okay.
I don't know if you can actually do that in this ending. I still
You can't
don't
even
think
do it in any other ending. We
I thought
found
this was
out.
the ending where you could do it.
this is the ending where you can do what you think that accomplishes, but not by jamming yourself in the door. So I don't know if you can actually do it now. I don't know if you have to. Oh,
You have
What
to
were
go
you
the
tr-
other direction when you. Yeah.
What were you trying to do?
there's the.
All
Oh,
of
this
his
is just a random
creditors were
event.
gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to
Well, this
go
is gonna
to the
take a
meeting.
while.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New,
See, this
new
is where we
content.
need the skip button.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not important.
Yeah, we're going to that new content.
Hell yeah.
Well, here we are. When tenent knock. Must be Italian.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
Elevator,
You
pog.
see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
I like how you're always facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
Isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Nice. I like the new carpet.
Yeah. New
Calling
carpet.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2...
Yeah, it
now
holds more
that's
weight.
An artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented.
All right,
It
what's
screams
the apple?
progress and innovation
It's a bird.
and long-term franchising.
Oh, because it's like
potential.
the studio logo, I think.
Yeah.
Nice pear pod you have there.
Oh god.
I love that canonically there's a pear-shaped format.
Oh,
there has
God.
to be.
It's a PowerPoint.
Can I turn that shit off?
No.
Neat.
Now, to
It
be
brings
clear,
back memories
I
of
haven't
school
quite
looking at a
nailed down what
PowerPoint.
exactly the Stanley
Yeah.
Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Can confirm.
Scrum.
Can also confirm.
That's a Vinny word.
It's also a Danganronpa V3 word.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
That is actually the saddest thing about the word scrum. Very real terminology in game development and business.
Sequels are good. Divinity.
Divinity 2! Let's go!
Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2. That's not good. The hell's that added for? Aladdin
at
2.
least-
Return to Jafar.
Hey now, Aladdin 2 Return of Jafar is good. You get to be Jasmine on a skateboard. For some reason.
I'm just glad this game acknowledges Divinity. Because Ross won't.
Oh, it's one of the highest rated
Dark Souls
games
2 has
on
to be like
Steam.
one of
It's
the
gonna
worst games that
remember it.
was released post Demon Souls from Software Era. It's actually a fine game, but holy shit. You fight the Pursuiter like fucking 7 times. I swear to God. The Pursuer.
Here
Snazzy.
we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Now that's crazy.
Whoa.
Let's see what it does.
The reassurance bucket merch. Let's give this a wacky try. Hear your name in the game.
Yo.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Crazy.
I was getting food. They also should have listed Overwatch 2 as a really good sequel.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah.
Game came out a little. Well, it came out like
Try
around the
here.
right time, but it wasn't out yet. Technically, we can't like.
Elden Ring
I mean,
has
still- it's
conditioned
still
me
only-
to look at
still only
something
in
like
beta.
this and be like,
Boss fight.
Yeah.
God, you have to step on it
So,
first.
Yes!
Clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's
And
have
there
you
are
roll
gyms
play
out
as
the
Jim
world
and
over that
really
were happy.
simulate the full
All right,
experience of
Ross,
this
you
feature.
ready to
Just
roleplay as
play
Jim?
along. I
Hell
promise
yeah.
you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want
Hello,
you
fellas.
to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities. Jim. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory.
Oh,
If
fuck.
you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay,
Right, take
we're doing
notes.
it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a... All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
me when I stream Fire Emblem campaign.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, where's the button that Stanley can press that posts the "oh, this is gonna suck" gif?
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Hell yeah. How do you know my name's not Jim?
It'd be funny if like your name was actually Jim, like on your computer, because they could easily do that.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it's your first time playing and
And
seeing
then
the
they make it
content-
someone other than Jim, only if they can assume your name is actually
Or that it
Jim.
was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
That was the whole point.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart.
Where is it?
It's true. As long as you
Oh,
hold the
there it
bucket,
is.
the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Instead of half empty, half full mentality, it's a full empty mentality. And there's no
I'm just glad
alternative.
I'm just glad the Splatoon crossover happened. Really.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that
Why,
just
thank you.
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Fuck yeah.
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Cool.
Yes, he has a bucket. My God, there's more. No.
Does anyone give out a
This is
award
shaking
for
noise as I
most
walk.
enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Yeah,
it's not in
well,
this game. That's in
you
like
got
Fallout 3 where you get to throw it around like an asshole.
I don't know. You have some stiff competition because again, my main in Splatoon, Bucket.
Oh yeah, that bucket is actually super enjoyable too.
No
Okay, I'll be honest,
screenshots.
I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
Nice. Nailed it.
I've only seen people push the blue button, so I don't know what he says if you pick Get Well Someday.
Come now.
I mean, Get Well
We've
Someday
already
is
made our
hilarious,
choice.
so...
It's true that
Yeah.
we chose badly, but we all have to move on from our mistakes.
What a sad sack.
Ooh, free new easy achievement. Hold on. Ooh.
Free new easy achievement. I didn't see that. Ooh.
Yeah, back there there's a big sign that says free new easy achievement.
Get it here.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds nice.
Nice. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get it right now.
Now here's
Ooh.
something special.
Damn, dude.
Remember that
Can't argue
broken
with
test
that.
achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement.
Oh!
You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Nice.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Finally, validation for gamers.
I know, I really needed to hear the narrator say, gamers.
You know, AI, like, synthesized AI will have great fun with this. Like, 15 AI might actually get the fucking Stanley Parable guy now. Like, the narrator
Yeah.
now. It's good to have extra lines for this character, because it is actually kind of hard to create synthesized voice clips without a lot of data.
The holy moly. What do we have here?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
Funny.
It's never been done before in a video game.
Not once.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever.
Cool.
That's right. Infinite falling.
Is there also a watch
Fall
that
until
doesn't tell
end
time?
of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
I've actually played a game that has, like, something like that. Literally, there's a hole, you walk down, and then it's forever. Your game will never... You have to restart the game.
Well,
Speaking of, hey, here's an example of that.
One of my more ingenious concoctions. If I can-
Unfortunately, it's not done
Now
yet.
then, since you've gotten to see the
Yeah,
infinite
probably.
hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
nah, I think we'll just keep falling.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on
Stanley,
the
please.
sooner rather than later spectrum.
Please. Eventually, there will be a bot. Please. Please. Stanley, you don't want to die, do you?
I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
Kink.
I don't want anyone to say
Hey, wait,
that it
look
isn't
up.
an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
Ross.
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From
Yeah, it's
one
been a while.
perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley.
Nailed
I'm
it.
a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall?
I mean, we wouldn't have this problem if we
I
had
think
broom
if the
closet
hole was as
ending.
deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
You know, if he hadn't narrated, I probably would have teleported pretty soon.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things
Yeah.
we didn't mean.
I didn't say
Why don't
shit.
we just put all this
Apparently someone was
behind us
smoking
and
some
agree
cigs
to
down
just
here.
call the whole most
Or they threw 'em down here.
infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to walk
No, it's actually
to the top of the hole.
Odd how clean it is
I'll
down
just
here, all
be
things
up here
considered.
already.
You have a fucking infinite hole that people know to be infinite. They're just gonna chuck shit down there all the time.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I.
Copyrighted.
And the highlighted numbers are 222221. Or no, it's 222222.
New muck. Damn.
Meeting at 2 p.m. Sincerely management. From management
Oh,
to everyone. BCC
'cause-
me.
Because it's the Stanley Parable 2.
Do. Every pause button is the Roman numeral 2.
Oh god, I'm never gonna see that.
I mean, yeah. Alright, Stanley, you fucking jackass.
I could ruin so many other things for you because I know like all the
Wait.
Roman numerals.
Wait,
Because of
Ross.
Latin class.
Yeah.
Jumping into the gun.
Oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Normal.
Did you get the hole ending?
Oh, like that goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no. You have a weird sort of...
Oh, it's shorter this time.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I
Ross.
didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think
Ow.
it was that
Sorry.
non-infinite. Well, I
Hold on,
suppose
I'll
once
make
again,
you
there's
feel
nothing
better.
to do. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come
There you
join
go.
me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay.
Wait, how? If you look up,
It's
Yeah.
not even deep anymore.
That the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
We're regressing.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinite.
Oh no, from the top you'd be able to see the bottom at this point.
Standards for accountability and marketing.
not yet.
You
A little
could
bit more.
maybe almost survive the fall down
Stanley,
here.
I have no explanation for the
If you're like a
uncertainty
D&D
of
character.
the hole's length.
No, actually, as like a human, you could fall pretty. People have skydove and lived.
Yeah, but
You know,
only if they land
with-
in like swamps or in
There it
trees.
is. The shame of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I?
Haha, look how low I am.
You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready.
Yeah, I like how you have to use the teleport button because he can't be arsed to climb up.
Is the teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was what? Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole.
Sure.
I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Well, you got your bucket too, so there's 3 people here, really.
Yeah, you do got the bucket.
Yeah.
Did he turn out the lights outside? Yeah. He just turned off the facility. You could be in the room.
The music.
It's a rumbling.
The hole is showing its secrets.
We are one with the hole.
You have earned
Praise
the right.
the hole.
The universe now. The hole shall now show you the secrets of the universe.
Going down to a hero's cave in Elden Ring looks like this. Dude, those holes take like fucking 30 minutes to get down, I swear to God.
Do not badmouth the hole.
I like how he sets the bucket down.
The shot of Stanley's face really is just basically the screenshot we have for Ross's profile picture.
Oh, don't forget to change your perception.
Ah. Bench the dust.
You know, Stanley actually does look quite a bit like Ross. Really. Like,
Yeah.
Change your reality.
Ooh.
Do it again.
at this point, it's just corruption buttons.
Yeah, that's right. I want more reality. Thank you. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
What other selves are there in here?
Oh, this is Super's
Ooh.
favorite.
Bones. Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now that's a good
No,
Stanley.
that's a good one.
Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Thick.
Oh. Well. Did you get the whole ending?
That was
That was
my
my new favorite.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Oh, that's such a good. This is really good.
Wait. There we go. Using screenshots.
Oh, he took screenshot. I guess it doesn't. It doesn't know.
Doesn't. Oh, that's lame. But for sure it would know.
It's interesting because a game can check for that. I guess they didn't? Weird. I know you can do that because I've seen games do it.
It's all a ruse. The jump circle, it's back!
You know what?
You've already used them
jump
up.
circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's oh wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
I got a little crazy.
Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
You only get so
What
many
if
jumps.
somebody? What if somebody called you a decorative piece?
I'd be flattered.
Yeah, yeah. Would be nice to be called decorative.
Yeah. Means like you make the room better by existing in it. That's it's just
Yeah.
you know.
I'm not sure how I feel about the piece part, but you know.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In
You
the
know it.
Stanley Parable 2, you
Yeah.
run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle
Gamer?
the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Steam achievement. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. You lost, buddy? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you can go in there anymore.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it.
Ross.
Absolutely tragic.
Where you going, Ross?
Nowhere.
I wonder. I don't actually know what the deal with the hole is now. Oh, it's just close.
No
You
more
can't even.
infinite hole.
I want to change my perspective more. Man.
There's a map to your left.
Was that the baby? Yes! The baby is all grown up.
Oh,
Boss baby.
Bankruptcy.
it's a baby man now. It faces the fire willingly.
Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Neat. I like what you built here, Mr. Narrator guy. Do you have to change every single setting in order to get the settings world champion?
I don't actually remember.
Alright, fuck it.
Yeah, I don't think this is it, Chief.
Alright, how unplayable is this now?
You actually do. This actually is a real thing. You know, I think it might just be the sliders. And all the sliders that appear if you do something like turn on subtitles.
There we go.
Yeah, so now just, yeah. Make sure you should get, like, you didn't get every slider because nothing happened.
Uh-oh.
I mean, he hit reset to default, so all the sliders are back to where they were. That's the thing.
Oh, wait.
So
wait, I
what
think
do I
you
need
have
to
to go
change?
through them. Wait, do you have to go through them point by point? I think you have to go through them point by point.
Which one? This one?
All the sliders.
Every single one?
Yeah, you need to go through every possible number on every slider. So drag it from start to end. You don't have to do every combination, just every slider needs to, at one point, be somewhere in there. I don't think you dragged narrator volume to 0.
You have to go from 0 to 100 and do it so that every number pops up at least once while you're doing it.
I don't know if you
Like
have to
what?
do it slowly, but you just at least have to, like... Yeah, I mean... To be sure you get every number, use the D-pad slowly so you're only going up in 1s and not 5s, which could easily happen
Yeah,
without you
you
noticing.
have to actually do it one at a time.
Like, you probably are skipping some by accident here.
Kind of like click.
The level of precision it would take
There you go.
to do it with a mouse is actually kind of hard.
You just use the keypad. Ah, fuck.
Oh, skipping.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Nice. So how was your
This is
days,
very-
everybody? Ah, fuck.
Work was a little annoying, but it was fine. A little
Yeah.
exhausted by the end, but you know, chilling and doing campaign and stuff is good.
Understandable. I put away ground turkey in the fridge. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it. I think that's something.
So then you have to so then you have to do the field of view, camera sensitivity, subtitle background opacity, and translation label background opacity. If by the end of this you missed anything, it would probably be like the first one or something. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So that now the translation label. So show translation label. If it didn't work, go back to audio and do the first one in audio again. I think you might have missed one in there. Like in main volume. Okay, if that didn't work, then you missed one in one of those 8 sliders, and I don't know which.
Well, here we go again.
This is the story of a man named
Fun times, everybody.
This is the story.
This is a story.
Nice. Stanley. It'd be really annoying if this didn't count. But I mean, this has to count, right?
Let's see. Oh, you might have to also click on all the buttons, and the tutorial I found was bad. That's I'm reading on the subreddit. People are saying that like they're like clicking on all the tick boxes in general or something. Tick and untick every box. Move every slider from 0 to 100 in all tabs, even the accessibility ones. God, this joke's gonna be so worth it.
You know it. Settings world champion, I did it.
Oh, nice. So now reset your settings to fix the bullshit. Okay. Make sure you turn subtitles back on too.
Desync needs to be back
probably...
on. That one's actually bad to not have on.
And then do you have... Yes. Okay. You might have to reset.
There it goes.
Oh, no, there it goes.
Aha! I can see you've gotten the Settings World Champion achievement. Well done. You've experienced everything.
You did it.
Traveled to all corners of the settings menu. There's nothing you haven't seen. So,
Neat.
just for you, in the Stanley Parable 2, I'm including an entirely new setting.
Ooh.
Something called bumpscosity. What exactly is bumpscosity? Well, I haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I just know that you'll be able to adjust it on some sort of slider, and that it'll be available from the settings menu. I'll
Nice.
sort the rest of the details out later. I hope you're looking forward to trying out every level of bumpscosity in the Stanley Parable 2.
I'm pretty excited.
Also, how does he not know what bumpscosity would do? I
Well,
mean,
it's right
one
there.
of
there.
the most standard.
Adjust the
It's like one of the most
bumpscosity.
standard settings in games, right there.
Well,
Doesn't say. All right, well, here we go.
You-
It's already
you
at
saw it,
100,
you know.
so... Nice. We want 1,000 times the
1000%
bumpscosity.
bumpscosity. Oh yeah.
Nah, that's a little too
Hell
much
yeah.
bumpscosity. Maybe like
think so?
76.
Kinda hard to play with
76. All right, there we go.
I also appreciate that it's in a completely arbitrary order. You just slide it.
Yeah.
Cool. We got some bumpscosity. That's new.
We did that already.
If you look at the map, you should see a list of like everything. There it is.
Office
Friendship
decorations.
circle, done for achievement. We've actually done pretty much all of it.
Oh, is this the office decorations? Yeah, I already did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I got the bucket. The merch, the button. It says gym.
Gym.
Oh, it actually does. It updated to say the button that says gym. Nice.
Oh, does it? Okay, that's funny.
We went to the merch. We went to the settings world champion. We got the bucket.
So I guess you gotta just go to the exit.
No, I don't think we've gone to merch yet.
Collectibles. We
Oh,
got.
like he says something if you get close enough to it.
I thought it was right next to it.
I know he does say something about it. I just don't know if he did to you yet.
All right, we'll go take a look at the
I mean,
merch
it's
and then
not
we're
hard.
out. Merch is always what you do last.
Yeah.
Hello, kitty.
Okay, that's gotta be close enough. So if he did say, if he does have a line, he definitely already said it.
I think you are. I think we already got it anyway.
Yeah. Pretty cool stuff you got working on here. Be good.
No.
Well, that's the entrance. Is that the same as the exit, or is there somewhere else you have to go to exit?
It might be a different exit.
I mean, Is there still waiting.
What are we waiting for? I'm confused.
What to do?
mean-
I'm looking.
I'm thinking there's just a different place that you go to exit, rather than where you entered.
Yeah, the map
Ideally-
had a thing that said exit.
Mm.
I mean, the exit's blocked off.
But that might not be the exit. That might have been the entrance, and the exit is another doorway, is what we're saying.
Mm.
And the map had a thing called exit, so it's worth looking
Which
back
may
at.
or may not have been the same thing as entrance.
It might be the same thing. We don't fucking know.
E.
Where does it say the exit is? E.
You were
E
here,
is-
so it's over there.
Oh, it's up there.
Yeah, it's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'll be back here. Yep.
New.
All right.
New
have you seen everything
content.
you wanted to?
I think
Ready
so.
to move on now?
Yeah. Ooh, nice pail.
You do have
Not
a
as good
nice
as my pail. No, yeah.
It pales in comparison, you could say.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet.
This
how
looks like this is
exactly
gonna be a
these
fucking
features will
boss
come
fight.
together as one single coherent
Yeah.
video game, but I can feel
You would think it'd be too
myself.
many chairs, but no, Elden Ring loves throwing its chairs in the
There's
boss room.
definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Cool.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Damn, that's the best game I ever seen.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
Where's the merch?
Okay, yes.
It's in there.
Yes, this is much better. I feel
is it?
good
Okay.
about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Even better.
Stanley. This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything.
The jump
I
circle
wanted
doesn't even
more
work
than
anymore.
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it, No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own.
Skip to
They
Stanley
would
Parable
need the
3.
structure and the gameplay of
Full
the
of
original.
dunty.
Wait, maybe
Or just
that's
skip
it.
Windows 9
I can
altogether.
take the original Stanley
Yeah.
Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Nice.
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
If you're saying lies like that, I might have to bump up the
See if I can whip
viscosity.
something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Stanley Parable 2.
Inspirational.
It looks
What
like
do
a
you think?
fucking horror game now.
What do you think? We're at 2.
Let's go full on the bump viscosity. So this really is just Stanley Parable 2. Or is this just still a big fucking... this game...
Okay. Like let's like weigh our odds of whether or not this is Stanley Parable 2 or if this is just another ending joke.
It's like 50-50 in my head. Actually, it's probably like 76-87% chance.
Very interesting numbers.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big
It has the
city
balloons!
where he was
Yeah, there's
employee
balloons
number
now. New
427.
features.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Wait, he doesn't get
Although
weekends?
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished
Yeah, well, he
every
doesn't.
moment
He
of
likes
every
it.
moment. As though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one
I mean,
day, something very
He has a
peculiar
room
happened.
where he doesn't have to
Something
deal with
that would forever
people
change
bothering him. He's the
Stanley.
only person that gets like
Something he
a
would
fucking
never
full
quite
door.
forget.
Other people have to sit
Yeah,
around.
there are
like,
other
Desk for
offices.
nearly an
Yeah.
hour when he
There are other
realized
offices.
that
He's not the
one
only one. He's
single
one of few,
order
though.
arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him
Okay, well,
instructions
someday.
He's fucking management or something, though.
or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete
Balloons.
isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All
Well,
of his co-workers
here we
were
are.
gone. What could it mean?
Yep, the Stanley Parable
Stanley
2.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
get well someday.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yes.
That's right. Bucket is here.
Is there...
Enter player 2. Bucket.
It's a really good bucket.
So that velvet rope is there to make sure the player doesn't walk around the bucket. The streamer we were watching with like the developer still managed to miss the bucket, even being forced to walk in front of it.
That's hilarious.
Stanley clutched
Yeah.
the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Could it possibly work in the new content?
Oh no.
Oh. No.
Because of lag, we thought you got it.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley.
No,
can you
oh
feel it?
my
The
god.
broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults?
This is
simply
all
in order to get
slander
you
and
to
libel,
hand over
Mr.
the
Narrator.
bucket?
The Bloom Closet would never
Stanley,
say such things.
I never liked this broom closet
Hearsay,
for a
Your
variety
Honor.
of reasons. But even this is
The broom
worse
closet
than
is
I
my
had
friend.
imagined.
It's my closest ally.
Now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same
Oh, he's getting
sort
worked
of
up.
kinship towards any inanimate
Give him his
object
meds.
which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner. Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go
You know
through
me.
each of them
You know, broom closet. I think we
You're
should
more
share.
like a mop closet.
Oh my god, that's
As they have
brutal.
changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
Already did, man. You missed it. Alright, your wrench is stupid.
Whoa,
Okay,
Ross, that's
I've
too
got you
far.
something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There.
Oh,
Now it's settled.
nice.
No more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering
What did he do?
philosophical
He put a
diatribes
sticker on
property
it.
of
about the
Stanley
nature
on the
of
bucket.
cleaning supplies and their relationship
Oh,
to
I
broom
didn't even
closets
notice
and the natural
that.
order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Nice. Identifying buckets.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Right.
I just want one of these takes. I just want to be able to hear someone laughing in the background.
There's probably a lot of those just like in the recycling bin. Not
I mean,
literally.
the guy is probably I don't think the narrator
Coming to a
was like
staircase,
in a
Stanley
building or anything. He probably
walked
just recorded the
upstairs
lines
to
at his
boss's
house.
office.
But
That's not the
So-
boss's office.
We
Ooh.
found one of them.
Ooh.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember,
So first of all, I
no
want to
reward
say
for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You
Yeah.
can't buy
I'm
that sort of
pretty
habit,
sure there
Stanley,
is a
not unless I've
collectibles
tried.
ending, but I
So,
haven't seen
I
it.
implore you to savor each
Neat.
and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
I wish there were different poses of Stanley, but understandable.
You
Well,
should
that's-
also
That's
you should also
DLC for the
know
Stanley Parable too.
you should also know, Ross, that having the bucket changes almost every ending, if nothing else by having him say Stanley and his bucket
Yeah.
in every room. So have fun with that.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini stands? Stanley figs? What about
Stand by me?
Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Cool. I hope that on the elevator it's Stanley and Bucket. Well, this is the
Only
worst
one way to
possible
find
fucking
out.
timeline.
Aw, you can't even go check. Damn.
Can you, like, no, you can't even see that.
It checks for if you have the bucket and
Stepping
uses
into
to
his
open.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation. Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I'm partial to Figlies myself.
Yeah, I'd prefer Figgles,
Yeah.
because that's actually easy to say. Stanlerines is weird. I don't like that word.
I like Stanlerines.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
I don't know if you've enjoyed it enough with your bucket. Maybe want to go for another ride with the bucket?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket.
It's the will
Can
of
we
the
go
bucket.
back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Wow. Give me a silent treatment on bucket.
I mean, now we gotta go hit the number 3, right?
I mean, it's a given. But you
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over. Wow, he said. The number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket.
Yeah,
How was
why
this
is the
not as
bucket giving us
exciting
the
to
silent
bucket as it
treatment?
was to him? Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator. Perhaps the bucket had missed something. Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly.
Who knows? Weird circumstance.
Hey.
A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Should he demonstrate the number 3 for the bucket again?
I mean, until the bucket
said
understands.
Stanley to the bucket.
Yeah.
You can't go on yet. Not till you understand how much the number 3 means to me. You and I have been
It's a very
through
important
so
number.
much together, and I just want you to see what I see. Feel the happiness I feel. He smiled at the bucket, and the bucket said nothing.
You need to play Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It's amazing. I don't know. I don't like the combat.
Now she can just watch an episode
Here
of
we
Nico
go, said
B's
Stanley.
LP.
This time I'll really show you.
No.
He ran to the number 3 and began to wail on it like a musician on a beloved instrument, weaving a concerto of truth and passion. He wielded the number 3 like a fine artist would wield a paintbrush. He told stories through the number 3, stories of his dreams and hopes and fears. And the whole time, he looked to his bucket for a reaction of some kind. Anything to let him know that the bucket appreciated what he was doing. The bucket conveyed absolutely nothing at all, only silence. Crushed by a wave of dejection, Stanley returned to the elevator. Stanley and the bucket were so close. They'd always been there for one another. Why suddenly could the bucket not connect with this passion of Stanley's? The question
This is
caused
the saddest
Stanley
ending I think I've been
the
through.
whole way down the elevator.
Yeah,
He
it's
knew that there
yeah.
must be a way to get through to the bucket, to communicate fully with his dear friend. Surely there was a solution, mustn't there be?
Oh wow, it doesn't say the end is never the end. This is heart-wrenching. Oh no. No, is that it?
Said Stanley. I know what to do. I know how to fully express this feeling in my heart. He decided right then and there that he would hold a press conference where he would speak to the public on all
Alright, well, we're
the
getting
press
press conference ending.
over and over. He would elaborate fully on what the number 3 meant to him and why he felt so alive.
Please tell me all the pictures and posters
Then
changed
the
to the
bucket
number
would
3.
be able to see his joy through the eyes of others. It would get to see the world react to this discovery of Stanley's. And it would be through the public eye that the bucket would finally understand Stanley's work. For months, he advertised and marketed his press conference, building excitement around it, developing and rehearsing it, until it couldn't be refined a single measure further. When the big day arrived, Stanley was
Nice
as
Minecraft door
prepared
opening sound
as he had
effect.
ever been
Yep.
for anything in his life. This was it. One last chance to win the bucket over. One opportunity to share a true connection with a loved one.
Just ripped all those posters down. Just nothing but the number 3. The dude who came up with pizza.
There was no one here.
Oh
my
Nobody
Oh
time
my
to
god.
hear Stanley speak, to listen
This
to
is
him
so
talk about what
sad.
it really means to press the number 3 on a keypad over and over. He was unloved, uninteresting, he was a failure, and in that moment Stanley knew that the bucket would never again take him seriously. There would be
Oh,
no
no.
connection, no deeper understanding. The bucket merely sat there in his arms, indifferent. And so it began that slowly, over many years, the two of them grew more and more distant. They spoke less and less, neither wishing to state the obvious, that any sense of real respect between them had eroded since that day at the press conference. There would be no more games, no more long conversations about passion and pursuit, only a silence that consumed the space between friends. And Stanley, having for once in his life discovered the warmth and comfort of true companionship, was cast back into the unremarkable normalcy of loneliness.
Good God.
Damn.
This is so good.
Alright, well, on that note, I'm gonna go to bed.
Cool. Speedrun ending.
Alright.
Oh, there's the bucket
So
again.
that's what the
Wait a minute.
So that's what,
What
this
the-
looks like. Is the
Oh!
bucket?
Oh god, here we are.
To me, it seems like basically
The
now
sequel's
the
no
game.
pause.
The sequel's not pause. Basically, every ending now has a new ending. If you also have the bucket.
Yes. New
Even now,
content.
Stanley's office was a distant memory.
You could probably just drive by, grab the
There was
bucket for
confusion.
speedrun
Stanley
ending.
lifted the bucket into his arms, and a
Well, it
wave
won't
of
be
comfort
speedrun ending.
rushed
It'll be
over
bucket
him.
speedrun ending.
Sure.
That's diff-
Stanley clutched the bucket.
There's gonna be a fucking
into his
speedrun
chest.
category for this game that's
The
bucket
door on
percent.
his left.
This game is insane. Oh, you guys are missing it. You're missing the completionist room.
Yeah, we sure are. So.
Here you go. Yeah, I walked into this room and it's trust the completionist instinct.
Oh.
Word spinning figurines. How do we find them? Bottom text.
There will be.
Stop kidding yourselves.
Well, they actually tell you where they are.
Some are
Don't
both red
get
and
them
blue.
all.
Oh, the red and blue doors.
Yeah, but don't get them all, because I don't plan on staying up for it.
Okay. There must be a point to this.
I'm guessing the large room, lots of boxes. Is the room where you can commit suicide. That
Yeah.
room has a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
The red and blue door is just completely deny him at all turns.
All of his co-workers were gone.
We'll go.
I definitely also want to head
Stanley
off soon.
decided to go to the
So.
meeting
Yeah.
room. Perhaps the confusion and the chaos. all
Yeah, it'll
seemed
just
to
be-
melt away as Stanley
You can't stop Ross. He's a man on a mission.
Stanley
I must get
bucket
them
tightly
figurines,
into
but
his-
yeah,
This
we can
was
stop.
not the correct way to the meeting room. But
You can, like,
Stanley
grab
had
one
felt
of
the
them and then
bucket
do,
calling to
like,
him,
the last one
telling
next
him
time.
that the
Pretty much.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out
What
to be
virus
correct,
did you
was
discover,
this man-
Malwarebytes?
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The
Well, it's
cargo
not
lift,
here.
Yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course.
Oh,
but Stanley
that's
feared
not
that
gonna
any
get you the
path forward
collectible.
Might lead to the
No,
separation
so
of
to get him,
himself and the
it'll
bucket,
get Bucket
his
suicide
dearest
ending.
friend.
I think that it was in the room. Like, you could have seen it if you
That they
looked
might
around the
die in
room.
one another's arms.
Yeah.
How deeply touching.
Let's try that one again.
All right.
All of his
You got it
co-workers
this
Tell
time.
me if he gets the
what did it
bucket.
mean? Stanley decided to
Oh,
go
he's
to the
definitely getting the
meeting room.
bucket.
Warmth
Well, you know
spread
what I
through
mean.
Stanley's arms.
What do you mean, why is he getting the bucket?
No, if he gets the
The
collectible.
bucket, Allie.
Yeah. All right. Good night.
You don't need it. It's the
This would fuck over the
bucket.
speedrun ending by having this extra room.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no.
Yes, just like look everywhere around yourself when you get into this room.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the
No.
No.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go
So it's
somewhere
like
else.
somewhere around.
The
Like,
cargo
I think
lift,
it's
yes.
down
Go
there.
Go to the cog. Good.
Oh, yeah, there it
said
is.
the bucket.
Now ride
Well-
the
Okay,
lift
so you'd
all
have
the
to
way
jump
the
off
top.
the platform
Something
before
up
you
there
got
I
onto
need you to
this?
do.
Maybe?
No, look at that.
Stanley did not question
There's
why
like
or
a-
how this
oh.
bucket
How do you-
was speaking to him. It should
How do
have
you do
alarmed
that?
him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point." Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose
But that's
that
the
would explain
sticker.
a lot about your
Yeah,
bucket.
it's a
we got the
sticker.
sticker. You can't, there's no plausible deniability.
Goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your
They should have a skip
understanding of
button.
what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Well, this is something completely different. Ah,
I
fuck.
guess you can't get that collectible if you
If you grab the fucking bucket.
Yeah. Okay, I am gonna head off now.
Yeah, that's probably
Um,
we're gonna enough here. So we know how to get the two collectibles, I think. We at least saw the
Mhm.
one, so we'll have to figure out how to get to that one, and then we got the other one. But yeah, Stanley Parable 2. Or
Well,
Ultra Deluxe.
Ultra Deluxe
Or-
2, the Squeakquel.
It's Stanley Parable 2, now with Bucket.
Now with Bucket. The Bucket
It
Parable
is-
2.
It's Stanley Parable 1, but with Bucket now.
Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, and also a couple collectibles, mostly.
Fuck
Some
yeah.
balloons, but they don't affect the gameplay at all.
I'm glad the game's still hilarious. So
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna head off. See y'all.
bye-bye. I think the whole ending's my new favorite.
Yes. The whole ending is funny.